Hello, and welcome to the Sleep with Science channel. Tonight, we'll take a gentle walk into a hidden kingdom, one that surrounds us everywhere, yet is so often passed by without notice. The quiet, extraordinary world of mushrooms. Mushrooms are neither fully plant nor truly animal. They exist somewhere between, belonging to a realm entirely their own. They breathe oxygen just as we do. They grow in silence, unseen and unhurried. And they've been shaping life on this planet far longer than forests themselves have existed. Some mushrooms glow softly in the darkness, like tiny lanterns scattered across a sleeping forest floor. Others stretch vast and invisible beneath our feet, weaving together the roots of trees in a secret underground language. Some dazzle the eye with colors so vivid they appear hand-painted, while others carry poisons so potent that a single taste can end a life. And yet, mushrooms are also builders and healers. They are recyclers, engineers, and quiet dreamers. They help bread rise and grapes turn into wine. They can cleanse soil poisoned by oil and plastic. And they may even help us imagine how life could survive on distant planets. If you enjoy these slow explorations of science, you're welcome to like, subscribe, or share a thought in the comments below. It helps other sleepy souls find their way here too, one gentle discovery at a time. But for now, let us begin. Mushrooms are more closely related to animals than to plants. This surprises many people. Though mushrooms grow quietly among trees and sprout from soil like flowers, they are, at a genetic level, closer relatives to us than to the plants around them. Fungi share a common ancestor with animals, not plants. They take in oxygen and release carbon dioxide, just as we do. Their cell walls are not built from cellulose like those of plants, but from chitin, the same tough substance that forms the shells of insects and crustaceans. This unusual kinship places fungi on a hidden branch of life we rarely stop to consider. When you walk through a forest, it may look as though mushrooms belong naturally beside leaves and blossoms. But in truth, their closest companions are creatures that walk, swim, and fly. Knowing that a mushroom is, in a quiet way, more like you than like a blade of grass, can forever change how you see the forest floor. Some mushrooms glow with their own natural light. Imagine walking through a forest at night, where the moss itself seems sprinkled with tiny stars. Mushrooms glow softly in shades of green or blue, like fairy lights woven into the earth. This gentle glow is called bioluminescence, the same kind of light produced by fireflies and certain deep-sea creatures. More than 70 known species of mushrooms can glow this way, including those known as foxfire fungi. Scientists believe this light may help attract insects in the darkness, allowing spores to travel farther. Others think it may serve as a warning, discouraging animals from feeding on them. The glow is created by a chemical reaction involving an enzyme called luciferase, part of the same family of reactions that give fireflies their shimmer. To To witness a glowing mushroom in the wild is to see something ancient and almost magical. Living light born from decay. A reminder that even as wood breaks down and returns to soil, beauty can still shine through the darkness. A single fungal network can stretch for miles beneath the ground. Hidden just below the surface of the soil, there may exist a living web so vast that it extends across hills and valleys. The mushrooms we see above ground are only the fruiting bodies, the visible tips of a much larger organism known as mycelium. Mycelium is made of countless delicate thread-like filaments that weave through earth and stone. They wrap around roots, slip between grains of soil, and thread themselves through fallen leaves and decaying wood. These fine strands form networks so intricate that they resemble lace woven directly into the planet itself. In certain places, these networks are unimaginably large. A single mycelial organism can link thousands of trees, connecting them into a silent, underground community. Imagine a net made entirely of life, invisible, ancient, and endlessly patient, stretching beneath the forest floor. Through these fungal pathways, nutrients are recycled, water is distributed, and plants are able to exchange resources with one another. It is as though the earth itself possesses veins pulsing with quiet activity. To walk across a patch of grass may be to unknowingly step upon one vast, continuous being, ancient, calm, and everywhere at once. The largest living organism on Earth is a mushroom. In the Blue Mountains of Oregon, something extraordinary lives beneath what appears to be an ordinary forest. Pine trees sway gently above streams and meadows, giving no hint of what lies below. Hidden in the soil is the largest living organism known to science, a single fungal network of Armillaria ostoyae, commonly called the honey fungus. This colossal mycelium spreads across nearly 4 square miles and is believed to be thousands of years old. Every mushroom that emerges from the ground there is merely a small expression of this enormous organism. One body appearing again and again in countless places. When scientists finally mapped its true size, they realized that the forest they had been walking through was not made of many individuals, but of one immense being, sprawling quietly beneath their feet. To put it in perspective, this single organism outweighs the largest blue whale many times over and has lived longer than most human civilizations. It thrives unseen, steady and enduring, like the slow heartbeat of the land itself. Mushrooms can communicate using electrical signals. Although mushrooms have no brains and no nervous systems, they are far from silent. Within their mycelial networks, fungi send pulses of information that resemble tiny electrical signals. These impulses move through fungal threads in ways that are surprisingly similar to the firing of neurons in animals. Some researchers have observed that these electrical patterns change in response to environmental conditions. Certain sequences even resemble structured patterns, with variations in frequency that may carry meaning. Through these signals, fungi may share information about danger, resources, or changes in their surroundings. It is as if an underground internet runs beneath our feet, transmitting messages in a language we are only beginning to understand. Trees may send sugars through this network, while mushrooms act as couriers, guiding nutrients and signals along hidden paths. While this communication is not thought in the human sense, it is communication nonetheless. A reminder that intelligence does not belong to one form alone. The earth hums with conversations we cannot hear, carried quietly through the soil. Some mushrooms can survive the vacuum of space. When scientists began testing what life might endure beyond Earth, they included fungal spores among their experiments. The results were astonishing. Some spores not only survived exposure to the vacuum of space, but also endured intense radiation and freezing temperatures. For weeks, these spores floated outside spacecraft, protected only by their own natural resilience. When brought back to Earth, many were still alive and capable of growing. This extraordinary toughness makes fungi fascinating subjects in astrobiology, the study of life beyond our planet. If fungal spores can survive the void of space, it raises the possibility that life itself could travel between planets, carried on meteorites or drifting dust. This idea, known as panspermia, suggests that life may spread across the cosmos more easily than we once believed. In this light, the humble mushroom becomes something extraordinary. A quiet traveler, capable of carrying life's spark across galaxies, waiting patiently to bloom wherever conditions allow. Mushrooms have been found growing in nuclear reactors. After the Chernobyl disaster in 1986, scientists exploring the ruined reactor encountered something unexpected. Amid the devastation and radiation, fungi were thriving. Certain species, including Cryptococcus neoformans, appeared not only to survive in radioactive environments, but to grow toward radiation itself. These fungi contain melanin, the same pigment found in human skin, which may allow them to convert radiation into usable energy, almost like a dark form of photosynthesis. It is as though these mushrooms feed on what we consider deadly, transforming radiation into fuel for growth. This discovery has profound implications. In the future, fungi may help clean up nuclear waste, or even protect astronauts from cosmic radiation during deep space missions. In the most dangerous and inhospitable places on Earth, mushrooms have found ways not just to survive, but to flourish. Fungi can digest plastic and oil. One of the most hopeful discoveries of recent years is that some fungi are extraordinary recyclers on a global scale. Certain species are capable of breaking down materials that would otherwise persist in the environment for centuries. Substances like plastic and petroleum. In 2011, researchers in the Amazon rainforest discovered a fungus that could digest polyurethane, one of the most stubborn and widely used plastics. Other fungi have demonstrated the ability to break down oil from spills, transforming toxic sludge into harmless organic matter. Imagine landfills shrinking not through heavy machinery, but through quiet fungal colonies, slowly feasting away. Scientists are now exploring how these mushrooms might be used in large-scale environmental cleanup, perhaps even creating fungal bioreactors designed to consume plastic waste. In a world overwhelmed by what we discard, fungi remind us that nature often already holds the tools for healing itself, if we are willing to learn how to work alongside it. Some mushrooms can kill with a single bite. Among the many wonders of the fungal kingdom, there is also danger. Certain mushrooms contain toxins so powerful that even a small taste can be fatal. The death cap mushroom, Amanita phalloides, is among the deadliest of them all. Its poisons attack the liver and kidneys, often without immediate symptoms. Victims may feel fine for hours, even days, before irreversible damage begins. What makes this mushroom especially frightening is how ordinary it looks. Pale, greenish, and easily mistaken for something edible. Throughout history, deadly mushrooms have claimed the lives of kings and peasants alike. Entire families falling victim to a single meal. In the fungal world, the boundary between nourishment and poison is razor thin and often invisible. Yet this danger carries a strange fascination. The idea that something so delicate can contain chemistry powerful enough to end a human life reminds us that nature, however beautiful, always demands respect. Others taste remarkably like lobster or chicken. Not all mushrooms bring danger. Some bring delight. Certain species possess flavors so convincing they closely resemble meat or seafood. The lobster mushroom, for example, glows with a deep red-orange color and carries a taste reminiscent of shellfish. Chicken of the woods, with its layered fan-shaped growth, pulls apart in tender strips that closely resemble chicken in both texture and flavor. For centuries, foragers have prized these mushrooms as natural alternatives to meat, long before plant-based diets entered modern conversation. To bite into one is to experience the strange versatility of fungi. How something growing quietly from the side of a tree can taste like a feast from the sea or the farm. It is as if mushrooms are shapeshifters of flavor, borrowing sensations from the animal world while remaining firmly rooted in their own mysterious kingdom. Ancient cultures used mushrooms in sacred rituals. For thousands of years, mushrooms have held places not only in kitchens, but in temples and ceremonies. Ancient peoples were fascinated by how mushrooms seemed to appear overnight, as if summoned directly from the earth. In Siberia, shamans consumed the red and white Amanita muscaria to enter trance states. In Mesoamerica, the Aztecs referred to sacred mushrooms as Teonanacatl, the flesh of the gods, using them in ceremonies meant to connect with the divine. Cave paintings in Spain, believed to be over 6,000 years old, depict figures holding mushrooms, suggesting their ritual importance long before written history. These fungi were not merely food. They were doorways to altered states, visions, and spiritual journeys. To early humans, mushrooms appeared to be messages from another world, rising mysteriously from the soil to remind them of the thin veil between the ordinary and the extraordinary. Some mushrooms can take control of insects. One of the most unsettling phenomena in nature is caused by fungi known as cordyceps. These mushrooms do not simply grow in soil. They infect insects, gradually taking control of their behavior. A spore lands on an ant, and the fungus begins to grow inside its body. Over time, it manipulates the ant's movements, compelling it to climb vegetation to the perfect height for spore dispersal. There, the ant clamps down, motionless, in what appears to be a final, frozen act. Then the fungus emerges, bursting from the body and releasing spores onto the forest floor below. This chilling cycle has earned cordyceps the nickname zombie fungus. Though disturbing, it reveals the astonishing ingenuity of fungal survival. Beneath the forest floor, entire dramas unfold, silent, precise, and unseen, where even insects become unwilling actors in the mushroom's life cycle. A fungus once wiped out entire amphibian populations. In the late 20th century, biologists around the world began noticing something alarming. Frogs, salamanders, and toads were vanishing at an unprecedented rate. Entire populations disappeared almost overnight. The cause was eventually traced to a microscopic fungus called Batrachochytrium dendrobatidis, often shortened to BD. This pathogen infects the skin of amphibians, disrupting their ability to breathe and regulate water. Because amphibians rely on their skin for these vital functions, the infection is frequently fatal. The spread of this fungus has been described as one of the most devastating disease outbreaks in recorded history. Species vanished before scientists even had time to study them. The quiet power of fungi was suddenly impossible to ignore. Today, conservationists are racing to protect vulnerable species, developing antifungal treatments and breeding programs in hopes of preventing further losses. The story of BD is a sobering reminder that fungi are not only healers and recyclers, but sometimes powerful agents of destruction, capable of reshaping entire ecosystems. The air you breathe is filled with mushroom spores. Every breath you take carries tiny traces of the fungal kingdom. Mushroom spores, the microscopic seeds of fungi, are astonishingly abundant. Billions of them drift invisibly through the air at any given moment. They float through cities, forests, and oceans. They fall with raindrops and ride winds across continents. Scientists estimate that a single cubic meter of outdoor air can contain thousands of spores. You inhale them constantly without ever noticing, and yet the human body is well adapted to this presence. Spores are among the most common biological particles in Earth's atmosphere, so light and small that they can even rise into clouds. In a very real sense, every breath connects you to distant forests and unseen fungal networks, linking your lungs to ecosystems you may never visit. You are always breathing in the quiet presence of mushrooms. Some spores can reach the stratosphere. Unlike seeds, which are heavy and tied to the ground, spores are built for travel. Many are so tiny that they can remain suspended in the air for astonishing lengths of time. Some have been detected more than 20 kilometers above Earth's surface, drifting in the stratosphere. There, they catch high-altitude winds and travel across oceans and continents. Spores are protected by resilient coatings that shield them from ultraviolet light, dryness, and even radiation. This allows them to survive journeys that would destroy most forms of life. Imagine a single spore released from a puffball in a meadow, lifted into the sky, and months later settling into soil on the far side of the planet. The atmosphere itself becomes a highway for life, quietly connecting ecosystems across the globe. Some spores may even survive the journey through space. In experiments where fungal spores were exposed to the vacuum and radiation of outer space, many endured conditions that would instantly kill most organisms. Sheltered within their tough, protective layers, spores survived for weeks outside spacecraft. These findings support the idea of panspermia, the possibility that life could spread between planets on meteorites or cosmic dust. If fungal spores can endure such extremes, life itself may be more mobile than we ever imagined. When you see a mushroom releasing a cloud of spores, you may be witnessing a survival strategy so effective that it could extend beyond Earth. Tiny explorers, built to endure the void, waiting patiently for a world where they can grow again. Mushrooms can slowly break down stone. We often think of stone as eternal, but even rock is vulnerable to the patient work of fungi. Certain species, especially lichens, partnerships between fungi and algae, secrete acids that gradually dissolve minerals. Over centuries, this process transforms bare rock into soil, creating the conditions necessary for plants to take root. Without fungi and lichens, much of the land might remain lifeless stone. Even today, on ancient ruins and weathered gravestones, small patches of fungi quietly etch patterns into the surface. With patience measured not in days, but in centuries, fungi reshape the solid bones of the earth, proving that persistence can be more powerful than force. Certain fungi create fairy rings in open meadows. Step into a grassy field after rainfall, and you may notice a perfect circle of mushrooms emerging from the ground, as if carefully placed by unseen hands. These formations are known as fairy rings. They form as a single fungal organism grows outward underground in all directions. The mushrooms that appear above ground mark the advancing edge of the mycelium. Year after year, the circle slowly widens, sometimes expanding for decades or even centuries. In folklore, fairy rings were believed to be traces left by dancing fairies, gateways to another realm, or enchanted spaces best avoided. While science explains the process as natural growth, the sense of wonder remains. To encounter a fairy ring is to see geometry made alive, a living circle drawn by threads you cannot see, linking the ordinary meadow to something timeless, secret, quietly magical. Some mushrooms appear overnight after rain. There is something deeply surprising about mushrooms. One day, the forest floor appears bare. The next morning, it seems scattered with new life. Mushrooms can grow with astonishing speed, sometimes pushing through soil or leaf litter in a matter of hours. Their sudden appearance is fueled by the mycelium below, which stores energy until conditions are just right. Rain softens the ground and delivers the moisture needed for growth. Then, almost all at once, the mushroom surges upward, unfolding like a miracle caught in time-lapse. This sudden emergence has given mushrooms a mystical reputation in folklore, as if they are conjured by spirits or spells. In reality, it is biology at its most efficient. Years of invisible preparation culminating in one brief, spectacular appearance. The next time you see mushrooms after a storm, remember they were already there, waiting patiently for the signal to rise. Mushrooms have been used as natural dyes for centuries. Long before synthetic dyes existed, people discovered that mushrooms could color fabric with remarkable richness. Different species yield shades of gold, green, purple, rust red, and even deep blue. Some mushrooms, like the dyer's polypore, produce vibrant yellows and oranges. Others, including certain lichens, create delicate pinks and purples. Each species contains unique compounds that release pigment when boiled with wool or silk. These dyes are natural and renewable, often shifting subtly in tone depending on light and time. Wearing mushroom-dyed fabric once meant carrying a piece of the forest with you, its colors woven directly into cloth. Even today, artisans revive this tradition, celebrating fungi not only as food or medicine, but as quiet artists painting with palettes hidden in the soil. Some fungi are hunters. Fungi are often imagined as passive decomposers, quietly breaking down wood and leaves. But some are predators. Certain soil-dwelling fungi hunt microscopic worms known as nematodes. They build tiny traps, sticky nets, or elegant looped rings that snap shut when touched. Once a nematode is caught, the fungus pierces its body and absorbs its nutrients. These invisible hunts happen constantly beneath our feet, unnoticed and relentless. To imagine a fungus as a predator changes how we see them. They are not merely patient recyclers, but clever survivors, capable of hunting without eyes, speed, or movement. Beneath the soil, entire battlefields exist. Silent struggles where victory fuels the slow expansion of the fungal kingdom. Mushrooms can be stronger than steel by weight. Though mushrooms appear fragile, their internal structure can be astonishingly strong. Mycelium forms dense, interlocking networks of fibers that rival the strength of some of the toughest materials humans have created. Tests have shown that certain mycelium-based composites can be stronger than steel when compared by weight. Combined with their lightness and biodegradability, this strength has drawn the attention of engineers and designers. Today, fungi are being explored as building materials for bricks, insulation, packaging, and even furniture. These materials can be grown rather than manufactured and composted when no longer needed. It is remarkable that something resembling a delicate forest toadstool can inspire structures capable of supporting homes. Mushrooms remind us that resilience is not always loud or rigid. Sometimes it is woven quietly, fiber by fiber, into networks of extraordinary strength. Fungi were among the first organisms to live on land. Long before trees stretched toward the sky or flowers opened their petals, fungi had already made the journey from water to land. Fossil evidence shows that fungi began colonizing Earth's surface more than 1 billion years ago. At that time, the planet was a barren place, rock, wind, and little else. Fungi helped change that. By breaking down stone and releasing minerals, they slowly created the first soils. These early efforts prepared the ground for plants to follow. Some scientists believe that hundreds of millions of years ago, enormous fungal towers once dotted the landscape. These strange structures, known as prototexites, may have reached heights of over 20 feet, making them the tallest living organisms of their era. Imagine an ancient world without forests or grasslands, where towering fungal pillars rose from the earth like silent sentinels. Without fungi paving the way, the green world we know today might never have existed. Some mushrooms are so small they can sit on the head of a pin. When we think of mushrooms, we often picture caps large enough to gather or photograph. But in the hidden microworld, some fungi are astonishingly small. Certain species produce fruiting bodies no larger than grains of dust, barely visible without magnification. These miniature mushrooms grow on decaying leaves, fallen twigs, or fragments of bark, forming delicate structures that resemble tiny crystals. Despite their size, they perform the same essential work as larger fungi, breaking down matter and releasing spores. Their existence reminds us that the forest is not only made of towering trees and large mushrooms, but also of tiny realms thriving beyond the limits of human sight. Others can grow larger than a human. At the opposite extreme, some mushrooms reach astonishing sizes. The giant puffball mushroom can swell to the size of a beach ball, with some specimens weighing more than 20 kilograms. When mature, a single puffball releases trillions of spores in a dramatic cloud that drifts on the wind. In tropical forests, massive shelf fungi cling to tree trunks like wooden platforms, some large enough to sit on. In folklore, such mushrooms inspired awe and myth, seeming less like plants and more like creatures of legend. To stand beside one is to remember that mushrooms are not always small or fleeting. They can be monumental, enduring, and vast. Fungi span a kingdom of extremes, from the nearly invisible to the overwhelmingly large. The scent of truffles can drive animals wild. Truffles, the prized underground mushrooms, release aromas so powerful they captivate both animals and humans. Their scent contains compounds similar to pheromones, chemical signals used for communication. For pigs especially, the smell of truffles is irresistible. For centuries, farmers relied on pigs to locate them, though dogs are now preferred, as they are less tempted to eat the prize. Humans too are enchanted. Truffles are among the most expensive foods in the world, valued for their musky, earthy fragrance. This scent draws animals to dig them up, unknowingly helping spread spores. Because truffles grow underground, they rely on aroma rather than air to disperse their future generations. A perfume so compelling that entire species respond to it. Survival by seduction, hidden beneath the soil. Mushrooms help trees communicate. Deep within forests, trees are not isolated individuals. Through fungal partnerships, they exchange water, sugars, and even warning signals. Mycorrhizal fungi form intimate connections with tree roots, extending mycelial networks far into the soil. Through these pathways, trees can share resources. A shaded tree may receive sugar from a sunlit neighbor. A tree under attack can send chemical warnings through the network. This system has been nicknamed the Wood Wide Web. Without it, forests would be far less cooperative, and many young trees would struggle to survive. When you walk through a forest, imagine the roots below not as separate systems, but as parts of a vast, shared intelligence. A quiet network where fungi act as translators between giants. Fungi can store carbon underground for centuries. One of the quietest, yet most important roles fungi play is helping to regulate Earth's climate. Through their partnerships with plants, fungi move carbon from the air into the soil, locking it away within underground networks of mycelium. Some of this carbon remains stored for hundreds of years, safely removed from the atmosphere. In this way, fungi act as allies in slowing climate change, preventing excess carbon dioxide from heating the planet too rapidly. Forests owe much of their power as carbon sinks to fungal networks that keep nutrients circulating and carbon anchored below ground. Even when fungi decompose organic matter, they regulate how quickly carbon returns to the air. In a time of global warming and environmental concern, mushrooms quietly perform one of the planet's most vital balancing acts, unseen beneath the soil. Some mushrooms grow only on animal dung. As strange as it sounds, certain fungi thrive in places most creatures avoid. Animal dung. Species such as inky caps sprout directly from manure, turning waste into opportunity. Dung is rich in nutrients, already partially digested by animals, and fungi are perfectly equipped to recycle what remains. In doing so, they complete the cycle of life, transforming waste back into fertile soil. Some of these mushrooms even launch their spores with remarkable force, flinging them far enough to escape the dung pile and land on fresh grass. Grazing animals then eat the grass, beginning the cycle once more. What appears unpleasant to us is, to fungi, a perfect niche. In their world, nothing is wasted. Others appear only after forest fires. Some mushrooms wait patiently for destruction before making their entrance. These species, known as pyrophilous fungi, remain dormant in the soil until fire sweeps through a forest. After flames clear away vegetation and leave behind ash, mushrooms such as morels begin to appear in abundance. Fire changes the chemistry of the soil, creating conditions these fungi require to thrive. Beyond their appeal to foragers, fire-loving fungi play a crucial ecological role.
They rapidly recycle nutrients, preparing the ground for new growth and helping forests recover after devastation. Where fire has passed, mushrooms rise, turning loss into renewal and destruction into the first step toward rebirth. Some mushrooms contain natural antibiotics. Long before modern medicine, fungi were already skilled chemists. They produce compounds that defend them against bacteria and microbes competing for space and nutrients. Many of these substances have proven valuable to humans. Penicillin, the first widely used antibiotic, was discovered in a mold closely related to mushrooms. But mushrooms themselves also contain antimicrobial compounds, now being studied for medical use. In nature, these chemicals help fungi survive in crowded environments. For us, they are reminders that solutions to human problems often exist quietly in the natural world, waiting to be noticed. Without fungi, bread and beer would not exist. The simple miracle of bread rising in the oven or beer foaming in a glass is made possible by fungi. Yeast, a single-celled relative of mushrooms, transforms sugar into carbon dioxide and alcohol. This process gives bread its light, airy texture and creates the bubbles in beer and wine. Archaeological evidence shows humans have been fermenting foods for thousands of years, forming a partnership with fungi that shaped culture and cuisine. When you tear open a loaf of bread or raise a glass, you are tasting the invisible labor of fungi, ancient collaborators woven into daily life. Yeast is a fungus. It is easy to forget that yeast is alive. These microscopic fungi feed on sugars, multiply rapidly, and release gases that puff dough and create fizz. They were likely first discovered by accident, when wild yeast drifting through the air landed on fruit or grain. Over time, humans learned to cultivate and guide them, turning yeast into unseen workers in kitchens and breweries around the world. Though carefully bred today, yeast remain members of the fungal kingdom, cousins to the mushrooms that sprout in forests. In every loaf and every bottle,
there is a quiet fungal story unfolding. Some mushrooms appear to bleed. In certain forests, you might come across a mushroom that looks as though it has been wounded. Thick drops of bright red liquid bead across its pale surface, giving the unsettling impression of blood. One of the most famous examples is Hydnellum peckii, often called the bleeding tooth fungus. Despite its dramatic appearance, the red fluid is not blood, but a pigment-rich liquid produced by the mushroom itself. Scientists believe this substance may help regulate moisture or deter microbes and insects. To encounter such a mushroom feels uncanny, as if the forest is briefly mimicking something deeply familiar and unsettling at the same time. These fungi remind us that nature's designs are not made for human comfort, but for survival. We are only passing witnesses to strategies written in chemistry. Some mushrooms smell exactly like rotting flesh. Not all mushrooms rely on beauty to survive. Some depend on revulsion. Stinkhorn mushrooms release odors nearly identical to decaying meat. The smell draws flies and beetles, which land on the slimy surface and unknowingly collect spores on their legs before flying away. To humans, the stench can be overwhelming. To insects, it is irresistible. What feels like decay is actually a carefully engineered invitation. In folklore, stinkhorns were associated with omens and spirits. In reality, they are simply masters of manipulation, using scent as a tool for survival. Fungi can build vast, underground cities. Mycelium does not grow randomly. Beneath the soil, fungal networks form layered, organized systems that resemble underground cities. Highways of filaments branch and reconnect, guiding nutrients efficiently across long distances.
Some regions act as storage zones, while others serve as busy exchange hubs where fungi trade resources with plants. Advanced imaging has revealed that these networks optimize their structure much like human-designed infrastructure. Without blueprints or planners, fungi create systems of remarkable efficiency. While humans build cities above ground, fungi quietly construct their own below, forming living architecture hidden from view. Some mushrooms change color when touched. In the fungal world, appearances can shift instantly. Certain mushrooms bruise or change color when handled or cut. The blue staining bolete, for example, turns a vivid cobalt blue when its flesh is exposed to air. This transformation results from chemical reactions between oxygen and compounds inside the mushroom. Though not always a sign of toxicity, the effect is mesmerizing. A simple touch reveals a hidden layer of color, as if the mushroom is briefly showing another side of itself. In earlier times, such transformations fueled beliefs in enchantment and magic. Even now, watching a mushroom change color feels like witnessing chemistry disguised as sorcery. Some mushrooms smell like maple syrup. Not all fungal scents are unpleasant. Some are surprisingly sweet, The candy cap mushroom releases a fragrance nearly identical to maple syrup. When dried, the scent intensifies, filling the air with warmth and sweetness. Chefs use these mushrooms to flavor desserts, cookies, and ice cream, transforming forest finds into culinary surprises. The aroma comes from compounds that trick our senses into recognizing familiar sweetness. To discover such a scent in the woods feels like stumbling upon a hidden kitchen beneath the trees. Others smell like coconut or almonds. Certain mushrooms carry aromas of coconut, marzipan, or almonds. The almond-scented agaricus species, for instance, releases a fragrance so convincing it is often used for identification. These scents are created by volatile compounds that drift into the air, attracting some creatures and deterring others. For humans, they become delightful curiosities, reminders that fungi are skilled chemists, capable of weaving memories of kitchens and comfort into damp forest air. Mushrooms are rich in vitamin D. Few foods naturally contain vitamin D, yet mushrooms possess a rare ability. Like humans, they can produce this essential nutrient when exposed to sunlight. When ultraviolet rays touch a mushroom's skin, compounds within it are transformed into vitamin D. For people, this vitamin strengthens bones, supports the immune system, and helps regulate mood. A handful of sun-dried mushrooms can contain as much vitamin D as a supplement. In some cultures, freshly harvested mushrooms are deliberately placed in sunlight before being eaten, increasing their nutritional value. It is striking to realize that mushrooms and humans share this same chemistry of light. Though they grow in shaded forests, when touched by the sun, they store its energy, becoming a bridge between soil, light, and life. Some poisonous mushrooms glow in the dark. In certain fungi, danger and beauty are intertwined. Some toxic mushrooms are also bioluminescent, emitting a soft green or blue glow at night. This light is produced by chemical reactions involving luciferin and luciferase, the same family of reactions that cause fireflies to shine. Scientists believe the glow may deter predators, attract insects, or signal to other organisms. To encounter glowing mushrooms in the darkness can feel both enchanting and unsettling, luminous yet dangerous. In folklore, such fungi were seen as omens or signs of spirits. Science explains the chemistry, but the wonder remains. Life turning defense into light, transforming poison into radiance. The death cap mushroom has no antidote. Among the most feared fungi on Earth is the death cap mushroom, Amanita phalloides. It appears harmless. A pale green cap, a white stem, nothing that signals danger at first glance. Yet inside it contains amatoxins, among the most lethal substances known. Just half a cap can be fatal to an adult human.
Symptoms often take hours to appear, creating a false sense of safety, while irreversible liver and kidney damage begins. There is no true antidote. Medical treatment can sometimes slow the damage, and liver transplants may save lives, but survival is never guaranteed. This single mushroom has caused countless deaths throughout history. Its quiet appearance hides a brutal truth that nature does not warn loudly. Beauty and danger often share the same fragile form. A mushroom once helped stop a cholera outbreak. In the 19th century, cholera ravaged cities across Europe and Asia. Amid fear and desperation, an unlikely ally emerged from the fungal kingdom. A fungus related to the one that would later give us penicillin was found to inhibit the cholera bacterium. Though its full importance was not understood at the time, it offered early evidence of fungi's medicinal power. This discovery foreshadowed the antibiotic revolution that would come decades later. It revealed that within molds and mushrooms lie compounds capable of altering the course of human history. Entire cities trembling under disease would one day find relief in substances crafted quietly by fungi. Fungi can remember past conditions. It may sound strange, but fungi appear capable of memory. In laboratory studies, researchers observed that fungal networks exposed to environmental stress, changes in temperature, moisture, or nutrients, responded more quickly when those conditions returned. The mycelium seemed to remember what it had experienced before. This memory is not conscious thought, but biological recall encoded in structure and chemistry. It allows fungi to adapt with remarkable efficiency.
Such memory may explain why fungi are among the most resilient life forms on Earth. They adjust, learn, and respond. To walk through a forest is to walk through a living archive of past droughts, storms, and fires, all remembered in threads beneath your feet. Some mushrooms can survive being frozen solid. In the depths of winter, when soil locks into ice, some mushrooms endure. Certain species can freeze completely, their water crystallizing inside their cells, and yet revive when temperatures rise. Others fruit beneath snow, pushing small caps through frost as if untouched by the cold. They achieve this with antifreeze-like compounds that protect cells from damage. For organisms that appear delicate, this toughness is extraordinary. To find a mushroom emerging through snow is to see defiance made visible. Life continuing quietly in conditions that stop almost everything else. Mushrooms have been used in traditional medicine for thousands of years. Across cultures and centuries, mushrooms have been valued not only as food, but as healers. In traditional Chinese medicine, reishi mushrooms were known as the mushroom of immortality, believed to promote longevity and vitality. In Japan, shiitake mushrooms were once reserved for nobility as a strengthening tonic. Indigenous cultures across Siberia, North America, Africa, and Asia developed their own fungal medicines, using mushrooms in teas, poultices, and remedies for wounds, fevers, and fatigue. Modern science is now catching up to this ancient knowledge. Researchers have identified compounds in mushrooms that support the immune system, reduce inflammation, and show promise in fighting cancer. What healers once sensed through experience, laboratories now confirm through microscopes. When you hear of medicinal mushrooms today, you are touching a lineage of knowledge that stretches back thousands of years, a quiet partnership between humans and fungi. Lion's mane mushroom can stimulate nerve growth. The lion's mane mushroom, with its cascading white spines, is as striking as it is powerful. Studies in animals have shown that compounds within lion's mane can stimulate the growth of nerve cells. These compounds encourage the production of nerve growth factor, a molecule essential for maintaining and repairing neurons. This has sparked interest in lion's mane as a potential aid in treating neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. For centuries, this mushroom has been used in traditional medicine as a brain tonic. Modern research is now uncovering why. A soft, coral-like fungus may hold clues to healing the most intricate networks of the human mind. Some mushrooms release their spores in clouds like smoke. Puffball mushrooms seem almost magical when mature. Their round bodies fill with millions of spores, waiting for the right moment. A raindrop, a passing animal, or even a gentle touch can trigger a sudden release. What appears to be smoke billowing into the air is actually a shimmering cloud of spores. Each spore carries the possibility of new life. In a single burst, trillions may be released, drifting away on invisible currents. To watch a puffball erupt is to see persistence in motion, life scattering itself widely, trusting that somewhere conditions will be right again. Fungi decompose every fallen leaf in a forest. When autumn blankets the ground with leaves, fungi begin their patient work. Without them, forests would drown beneath their own debris. Fungi secrete enzymes that break down cellulose and lignin, the tough materials that give wood and leaves their strength. This slow decay releases nutrients back into the soil, feeding the next season's growth. Every flower that blooms in spring owes part of its life to this invisible process. Fungi ensure that nothing is wasted, that death becomes nourishment. To walk through fallen leaves is to tread upon an unseen economy powered by mushrooms, recycling life endlessly beneath your feet. Without fungi, life would suffocate under its own remains. Each year, countless leaves fall, trees collapse, and organisms die. Without fungi, this organic matter would accumulate endlessly, burying the planet beneath layers of decay. Fungi dismantle what seems solid and final, turning it into soil, air, and nutrients. They keep Earth breathable and alive. Every step you take on forest ground is possible because fungal threads have cleared the way, dissolving yesterday's remains into tomorrow.
tomorrow's growth. They are the planet's quiet caretakers, preventing the world from drowning in its past. Entire forests can glow because of mushrooms. In rare places around the world, forests come alive with light after sunset. Fallen logs, tree stumps, and leaf litter emit a soft green glow, as if the ground itself were breathing light. This phenomenon is caused by bioluminescent fungi spreading through decaying wood. When conditions are right, deep darkness, moisture, and warmth, the forest floor can shimmer faintly for hours. Early travelers spoke of glowing paths guiding them through the night. Some believed spirits lived in the soil, illuminating the way. Today, scientists understand the chemistry behind the glow, but standing in such a forest still feels unreal. It is a reminder that even decay can shine, that endings can be luminous, and that the dark is often far more alive than we expect. Lichens are part fungus. Lichens are not single organisms, but partnerships. Each lichen is a living collaboration between a fungus and either algae or cyanobacteria. The fungus provides structure and protection, while its partner produces food through photosynthesis. Together, they form something stronger than either could alone. Lichens grow in some of the harshest environments on Earth: bare rock, frozen tundra, desert stone.
They are often the first life to appear after glaciers retreat or volcanic eruptions reshape the land. Because lichens are sensitive to pollution, they are used as indicators of air quality. Their presence signals clean air, their absence a warning. What looks like a quiet patch of moss is actually a long-term alliance. Proof that survival is often about cooperation rather than competition. Cooking mushrooms unlocks hidden nutrients. Unlike many vegetables, mushrooms become more nutritious when cooked. Heat breaks down tough cell walls made of chitin, making proteins, antioxidants, and minerals easier for the body to absorb. Cooking also neutralizes mild toxins present in some edible species, making them safer and more digestible. This is why many mushrooms should never be eaten raw. Across cultures, mushrooms have been roasted, simmered, dried, and fermented. Each method reveals new flavors and textures, transforming something earthy into something deeply comforting. In the warmth of a pan or pot, mushrooms release not only aroma, but nourishment, carefully stored from soil and wood. Mushrooms can enhance the flavor of food without salt. Mushrooms are rich in natural glutamates, compounds responsible for the savory taste known as umami. This deep, satisfying flavor can make food taste richer without added salt or fat. Because of this, mushrooms are often used to improve the taste of soups, sauces, and plant-based dishes. They provide fullness without heaviness, depth without excess. In this way, Mushrooms quietly support healthier diets, adding complexity while asking for very little in return. The forest floor has been seasoning human meals for thousands of years. Some mushrooms only grow in very specific places. Certain mushrooms are incredibly selective about where they grow. Some appear only near particular tree species, others only in soils with precise chemistry.
Morels may fruit abundantly one year and vanish the next, responding to conditions scientists still struggle to predict. Truffles require exact partnerships with tree roots and specific climates. This unpredictability has made mushrooms symbols of chance and mystery. They reward patience, observation, and humility. To search for mushrooms is to accept uncertainty and to learn that nature reveals itself on its own terms, not ours. Mushrooms may be the hidden foundation of life on Earth. When we think about life on this planet, we often imagine towering trees, vast oceans, and complex animals. Rarely do we picture the delicate threads beneath our feet. Yet fungi may be among the most essential life forms Earth has ever known. They prepared the land for plants. They support forests through invisible networks. They recycle death into life again and again, without pause or recognition. Every ecosystem depends on them. Without fungi, soil would fail, forests would collapse, and life as we know it would slowly unravel. Mushrooms are not merely organisms that appear after rain. They are ancient engineers, chemists, and communicators. Quiet architects holding the world together from below. They connect the living and the dead. Fungi dissolve what has ended and return it to the cycle of growth. Fallen leaves, broken branches, and even bodies become nourishment through fungal work. In this way, mushrooms erase the boundary between life and death. Nothing truly disappears. Everything becomes part of something else. This constant transformation is gentle, patient, and unstoppable. A reminder that endings are never final. They are simply transitions, handled with care. They teach us about patience and cooperation. Fungi do not rush. They grow slowly, expanding outward in all directions, adjusting to obstacles rather than fighting them. They cooperate with plants, trade resources, and build networks instead of competing alone. Their success comes not from dominance, but from connection. In a world often driven by speed and noise, fungi offer another model, one based on quiet persistence and mutual support. To study mushrooms is to glimpse a different philosophy of survival. And now, as our journey through the hidden kingdom comes to a close, it is time to rest. Perhaps tonight, as you drift towards sleep, you will imagine the world beneath you, a vast, living tapestry of threads stretching through soil and stone. Mushrooms growing silently in the dark, recycling yesterday into tomorrow, holding the planet together while the surface world dreams. Thank you for listening. May your sleep be deep, your dreams gentle, and your nights filled with quiet wonder. Good night.